Hello, I am Beth Schaefer, a member of the League of Women Voters of the Greater Dayton area. I'm here today with candidates running for the office of Montgomery County Treasurer. There are two candidates running for the one open spot. These candidates are Russ Joseph, the incumbent, and John McManus. Unfortunately, Mr. McManus, a candidate for this position, regrets that he is unable to be present at this time because of a prior commitment. So we will start our interview by having our candidate tell us about himself and why he chose or wants to continue to serve in the position as Montgomery County Treasurer.
Thank you. My name is Russ Joseph, and it's been my pleasure to serve as the Montgomery County Treasurer for the past year and a half. My first public sector job was actually in the Treasurer's office nearly 20 years ago. So it's been great to return to the office as Treasurer to be able to serve the community. You know, one of the main roles of Treasurer is to collect property taxes, and which fund our local schools, our community services. So one of the first things I did as Treasurer was to really dig in and make sure that we're doing everything possible to collect every possible tax dollar for our community. And we had a lot of success. Last year was the best collection year for the county for property taxes in nearly 20 years. So we were very happy about that. I also identified a need for us to improve customer service, especially in regards to the using of the latest in technology. Our payment website was very outdated, did not offer the level of user services that people are used to and customer service wise. So we launched a new payment website just this summer, doubled the number of users online. Nearly 22,000 people paid their taxes online this summer. So that's been a success as well. But I look forward to continuing to move our office forward and to provide the best possible customer service that we can in the office.
Okay. Well, obviously, most people equate the county treasurer with tax bills and collecting overpayments and handling foreclosures. What do you see the upside of being a county treasurer to be?
The upside, you know, you're certainly not everyone's favorite person around tax time, but you know, I think that there's a big role for this office in the county. And as treasurer, I'm also a member of the land bank in Montgomery County. So, you know, we're doing a lot of work with the land bank to reposition properties, and my goal is to get them to be a little more aggressive in addressing the vacant properties that our community faces, so many of our neighborhoods. And we need to do more to tackle it. And that's, you know, why I sponsored a new $6 million program with the land bank that will go into our neighborhoods, work with them to take down properties, take down vacant and abandoned properties that are really plaguing our neighborhoods and keeping them from succeeding. So I think, you know, there's the role of treasurer, there's the collecting the tax dollars, but there's also the role in the community that the treasurer can play to really help us move forward.
Well, thank you for that information. But we'd also like to ask you, you know, with all the financial losses that Montgomery County has experienced during the pandemic, what would be some of the recommendations to increase funding or to cut costs that you would specifically like to see implemented?
You know, as far as the programs to fund or cost, that's really the commissioners that control that. What I can do as treasurer is make sure we're doing everything possible to collect those tax dollars. And we just came through our second half property tax collection, and really had, despite everything that we're going through, a very successful collection. We still have still working on the final numbers, but certainly did not see a big drop in property tax collections. So that's been good news for us and our community and the services that we provide. You know, we did everything we could to work with taxpayers who are going through obviously a difficult time because of the pandemic, whether it be from health issues or economic, and work with folks on setting up payment plans that needed them. We were able to extend the payment due date a month for all taxpayers in Montgomery County, just because it's been so overwhelming, the pandemic. So, we're continuing to do everything we can to work with folks. We don't want to leave anyone behind. We want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to collect those tax dollars, but also realize that there are other things going on in people's lives and making sure we're doing everything we can to help them out.
Is there anything specific or anything extra that you would like your office to do to improve the current practices within the office?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think there's always things to improve on. We've really focused on customer service this year. I think there's things we can continue to do and make investments that for so long maybe haven't been made because of the initial dollars up front, but new programs and uh, new ways of making our office efficient by using technology. So I think that we've begun to utilize some of those platforms with our new payment site, for example. There's a new site we've been using during the pandemic where people can sign up for an appointment. They can call in and or do it online and make an appointment to visit with folks in our office, so they don't necessarily have to come down to talk with us. They could do it over the phone. So we're trying to come up with ways as much as possible that we can be flexible and that we can meet people where they are in trying to deal with their situation. So we'll continue to do that. But yeah, there's definitely always ways that we can continue to get better.
Thank you. Well, in closing, we'd like to provide you with an opportunity to make a closing statement, to briefly tell us something that you would like us to know about yourself that you haven't had an opportunity to share already.
Sure. No, I appreciate it. First of all, thank you. I appreciate this opportunity to talk to our taxpayers and our voters in Montgomery County, and I appreciate the work of the League of Women Voters that they do all year long around voter education and everything else. So appreciate the work that you guys do. It's been an honor to serve as treasurer, and I'm proud of the work that we've accomplished in this short amount of time that I've had in office. In my role as tax collector, I've been able to lead the county to our best tax collection in 20 years. As my role as chief investment officer for the county, we've increased our investment income by 37% in 1 year, and our current portfolio is now over $580 million. So those are dollars that really can come in handy when you're talking about the county commissioners making choices on what programs to fund and not. Those dollars make a big difference. So we've been very successful in that. I've helped our property owners deal with crisis and tragedy by offering extended tax due dates and really allowing them to focus on putting their lives back together. So I believe now more than ever, we need strong leadership at all levels of government. And I'm asking for your support this November so that I can continue to put my experience to work for the taxpayers of Montgomery County. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to serve, and I hope I've earned your support for a full term on November 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you for your participation today. Good luck in your campaign. The League of Women Voters encourages all candidates to run an issues-oriented campaign. Our goal is to educate the voting public and strengthen our elective political process. Look for the League's voter guide in libraries and on your doorsteps the week of October 12th. Election Day is Tuesday, November 3rd. Early voting begins October 6th at the Board of Elections, or you can request an application for an absentee ballot. However you decide to vote, your opinion matters and helps make democracy work. So please vote.